Hi guys! So today I thought that I'd do something a little bit different because I feel like tutorials get a little repetitive after a while. I thought that I would just teach you like a real life thing that actually is happening today in my life. I was supposed to go home for Christmas and then my flights got canceled. So my lovely dear friend Lauren is inviting me with her family to Los Angeles for their holiday festivities. And so I thought that I would have you guys like get ready with me, kind of. Even though today is not the day, we're leaving tomorrow, but this is what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. So when we're driving down there, I'm just gonna go with like a plain face like I have on right now, pretty much. And then once I get down there, I'm going to curl my hair and then keep my face just like this, but then add a lot of winged liner and then lipstick. And so I thought that I would just show you how I do that, because usually I do my eyes first and then my foundation afterwards, but this time I do my foundation and then my eyes. I hope you find this helpful because I know that it's quite common that you'll like be at work and then you're supposed to go to like a party on Friday night or something and you don't want to wash off your makeup after work because you feel like it's a waste of product, but you want it to still be fresh looking. And so that's basically what I'm trying to show you. Let's get started. We're going to start with hair first. So I curl my hair because as you can see, it's very clearly straight. I don't straighten it at all. This is just like I just got out of the shower this morning and this is what it looks like. So it's very straight. I'm going to use the Kenyra Platinum Hot Sperm. No. Okay, I'm going to use the Kenyra Platinum Hot Spray Firm Hold Heat Protection Spray. And then I'm also going to use my Bellami 6-in-1 curler. I use this barrel. I think it's the 1-inch barrel, just because I like it for my hair, but it comes with 6 other things. Maybe I'll show you at the end of curling, but this came from Bellami and my extensions are from Bellami as well, and I'm going to be putting those in today too. Just going to separate my hair. And we're gonna do hair first because I want my, because when I first curl my hair, they're like, it's a little too like up here, you know, they hold up here like too much. And then, you know, as you go on throughout the day, it starts to like fall and it's very wavy and looks beautiful. So that's why I'm going to start with my hair before I do my makeup. So I'm just taking a section of my hair, parting it in the middle. And then I'm just going to spray just a little bit from a far distance. But this one's like, oh, don't you hate it when like spray bottles get stuck? Oh my God. So I'm just going to show you like one layer that I do. So I'm just taking my hair and wrapping it away from my face. A lot of people like to wrap it towards their face, or they like to switch off, one towards your face, the next away from your face, but I don't really like doing that. I like them all going away from my face. So now I'm just going to take my heat protectant spray and then kind of just spray it a little bit, just as if it's like a hairspray. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a cosmetologist, so I don't really want to make this channel about like hair stuff because I don't really know that much, but that's just what I like to do. So I just used this and then sprayed it throughout my hair just a little bit. And then I hate how my hair first looks when it's curled. I feel, I don't know, it's just like an odd, awkward, like weird random ringlets everywhere. So I do not touch it or like run my fingers through it until it's completely cold, if that makes sense. I don't know, because you know, right when you take it out of the curling iron, it's like super hot, so I always wait for them to like die down to become like just normal temperature hair, and then I'll kind of like run my fingers through it a little bit. So yeah, that is it for the hair portion. And then next we're going to move on to the eye portion. Usually I would prime my eyes with my NARS concealer because that's my first concealer that I put on, and so that I could put it in between right here because right here gets really dark, but since I already have that on, I'm going to go in with MAC's Soft Ochre Paint Pot. And then I'm just going to rub it all over my eyes. And I notice that I'm doing this before I'm putting on the tape, just so that like tape doesn't like cake up. I mean, just so that the paint pot like primer doesn't cake up on the tape. I don't know. I mean, you can do it whichever way you want, but this is just what I like to do. So I'm going to go in with the Lorac Mega Pro 2 palette. And then I'm going to take this color called Custard. Then I'm just going to put it all over my eyelids just to set what I just did with the paint pot. Okay, so now I'm just going in with regular old Scotch Tape and going to go like this. And then this trick that I haven't said in my videos yet, I always put it on the back of my hand. There's lipstick swatches, don't mind that. And then take it off a couple times so that it kind of gets the stickiness to not be so sticky. So I'm going in with Tawny and Burlap. So I'm just literally sticking it in my eye socket. My eyes are hooded, so I want to try to create the illusion that I have like deeper set eyes. Now, that is pretty much it. I mean, I don't want really anything else on the eyes except for the liner. So now what we're going to do is we're going to grab my favorite. This is the Mericier liner in Envy. I'm obsessed with it. It's just such a pretty color. I love the color green. So I'm going to take this e.l.f. small angled brush from Target. I believe they're sold for $1. And then I'm just going to create my wing. And remember, I keep the tape on to create the wing. And also another thing that I like to point out is, like I said, I always do my eyes first so there's no fallout, and then I do my face afterwards. But today, since I did my face first, it's still okay that you put on the tape over the contour and blush and highlight and everything that you have done, because we're just going to fix that really easily, but I'll show you that later. For now, let's just do our liner. I think I'm going to do this off camera so that when I come back, it's better, because it's really hard for me to look in the viewfinder. So I'm going to come back and I'll have my wing done. Okay, so I'm back now. I've done my wing. I just have a green wing, if you can see, but very subtle, just like warmer crease eyes, which is exactly what I wanted. As I told you earlier, I already had my face makeup on, so what I'm going to do is just go in with my highlight, and then I'm not going to do anything to my foundation. Like, it's already on there, and then everything else that I'm going to correct here a little bit and just freshen up is going to go on top of my foundation, so we don't really need like a whole nother round of foundation. Go into my Shade and Light palette, and then I'm going to grab the middle color, banana color right here. And I did a contour video on how I contour and highlight my face, which is pretty descriptive, so I will leave it down below. If you haven't seen it, it'll explain what I'm doing. But basically, you just want to, I know it sounds weird because you're like putting makeup on top of makeup, but I mean, if it's really only going to be for the night that you're doing this because you did your makeup throughout the day for work and stuff, then it's not that bad. I think it actually makes it even more like full coverage. It's just that you have to really be aware of like not being cakey looking. But I mean, we're all cakey looking at some point in our life. I'm going to take this NYX HD Concealer, and then I'm going to go down the center of my nose just because it gets a little red. I'm going to go up here. And like I said, I've done all of this to my face already this morning. I'm just touching things up. Before I re-contour my face, I am going to take my lipstick off. I'm wearing Sandstorm by NYX Liquid Suede. So I'm going to take this off because for the day it was fine, but for dinner I want a red lip, of course, because it's Christmas. So I always preach about taking your lipstick off with olive oil, but if you've done that, you've realized that when you take it off, it kind of like goes everywhere. So I only take my lipstick off with olive oil when I'm like about to wash my whole face. And I swear it's like the best way to get it off. But for today, I want to keep what I've already done on. So I'm just going to take a makeup wipe. These are from MAC. And then I'm just going to rub it off. And I don't know if these are necessarily supposed to be meant to be in your mouth. So now my lips are very chapped from having something on all day. So there's a lot of dead skin. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this lip scrub from Lush. I like it, but I've had one from Philosophy. It's like way better. But and this is just sugar. So I'm just gonna rub it on. and then all the dead skin should fall off. Okay, still a little chapped, but that's fine. I'm just going to go over my contour because I already contoured this morning. So what I'm gonna do, if I can find my contour brushes, here we go. I'm going to take my Lorac brush, put it in this, and then just contour my face. And like I said, I have a contouring video. I'll link it down below. So since there's green liner, we're gonna mimic that now at the bottom of the eye. So I'm going to go in with this NYX green liner in Emerald City. Then I'm going to put that on my waterline. So now that we've done the bottom liner, now I'm going to go in with the Makeup Geek color called Envy. I'm just gonna grab a smaller brush, and this I think was $1 at Target. And then I'm going to take some Fix Plus, and then I'm just going to spray just a tiny bit, tiny bit. And then I'm going to dip it in here, and then mainly focus this towards the back part of your eye, like the part of your eye that's towards your ear. And then, actually I should be using a pencil brush for this if I could find mine. Now I'm gonna go in with the color Tawny, the original one that we did. I'm just gonna put it on my pencil brush just a little bit, and then just drag it along this bottom lower lash line right where I put the green. So I'm going to use these House of Lashes because they're just my favorite. Like, okay, I'm gonna use this little mirror. It says Lash Game Strong on the back. Isn't that so cute? I think it's so cute. It came with these lashes actually. Now to highlight, I want more of like a bronzy, warmer highlight because my eyes are pretty warm. Even though there's barely any makeup on them, it is like a pretty warm eye look. So I'm going to go in with Champagne Pop by Becca and Jaclyn. Then I'm also going to spray a little bit of Max Fix Plus, like from far away, not too much. Put it on the tops of my cheekbones. I love this fan. It came in my Morphe box. And if you haven't seen that video either, I will leave it down below. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with NYX Liquid Suede Lipstick and Kitten Heels. Okay, people especially with brown eyes, I think it just looks really pretty with like a very warm crease. And then just this like, I think green looks amazing with brown. So just the like forest green winged liner is just beautiful. That's why I did such a subtle eye too, because I really just wanted the liner to pop. So yeah, and the lips, of course. The lips have to pop. Anyways, thank you guys for getting ready with me, kind of. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a Merry Christmas. I love Christmas. It's just my favorite time of year. I've already told you that. So I hope you have a good Christmas with your family and friends. And if you're at home in my hometown, I couldn't land up there. They canceled my flight, so I hope you guys miss me. So thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!